Hello, I'm finally going to attempt the Scrawler challenge for box 114. I think that's which one it was, which has had the acrylic paints, sticker obviously, it's artwork, zine, with the prompt inspired by. Look around you. What's your artwork inspired by today? Just like our featured artist, this month's challenge is to take the ordinary and turn it into the extraordinary. Form your interpretation of the everyday objects that surround you. Use colour, texture and shapes to express your subject onto the page. So that's what we're going to have a go at. I've got some artboard, some description. And the box, which I'm going to use as a palette because I don't want to have to clean up. And we'll put the sticker and the artwork to one side. The box there. I suppose I need the zine. There was also a sort of flexible card in here that we could use to scrape the paint and get a bit more texture. I lost it. I may have used it to help fill a hole in my wall. But I've got this unregistered Matalan reward card that's very similar, so I'm going to substitute with that. So this is some swatches that I did when we were unboxing, some colours that I mixed. A little drawing of a lamp, testing out the pencil. So yeah, that might be handy to have to one side. I'm not overly fond of this artboard because it's got a decent thickness, but it also feels like if you bent it, it would very easily just break in two. And it's quite smooth, but let's see how we get on. I spend rather a lot of time sat in front of my computer, so I thought I would sort of have a go at drawing that in a somewhat abstract way. Just start with, this might be too low down, we'll find out I guess. I haven't really used acrylic paint much for a lot of years, so unsure how this is going to turn out, but I guess we'll find out. Yeah, definitely could have been a bit higher. I've not got an awful lot of room left for the keyboard. I'll put that quite close, I guess. I much prefer wired stuff myself, but it's not a necessity anymore. I'm not going to bother drawing wires. Not drawing the keys exactly as they need to be. I'm just getting a rough sort of, that's top row, and you've got 4 other rows. You're doing this a bit too big, aren't they? 1, 2, no. There's an eraser on the end of this pencil. Don't need to be too precious. I'm hoping the paint's good enough to cover any little mistakes. We've got 1, 2. There we go. I suppose there would be a mouse as well, wouldn't there? that's not right at all, is it? It's time to bring out the big guns. I might redo this keyboard actually, because I think I want it further over this side. So I'm just going to pause because you don't need to see me draw the same thing twice. Oh, redrawn the keyboard, and I started drawing the mouse without potentially too big, but this keyboard a bit bigger. So that's the trickier bit of actually painting it, which I guess is what we're here for. So I'm going to put some paint on my plate. Let's move this over a bit and see what's going on. Don't put too much out at once. Go quite far. I might roll my sleeves up as well because I don't really trust myself with acrylic paint. Once it's dried, it's there forever, give or take. Wouldn't mind something a bit thinner to do some scraping with, but I think I might just start by I'm going to fill in this screen. I'm hoping I can sort of make this look a bit interesting, get some weird sort of colour mixes and things going on. So maybe we'll have to pre-mix a bit of some blue and red. Oh, the right mess of this paint, aren't we? I'll do quite like how that's looking. Some tissue. Card, a bit of a wipe. Need some gold in there, I think. Try and make some more distinct lines with that. I'm going to do the same with the white. I'm kind of just playing here, really. I don't have a plan, or at least not much of one. I think I need a little bit of black in there for some contrast. Maybe I think we should stick to the I want to mix a grey, just got a dark grey. I want some I need more of it, aren't I? Oh, maybe a bit of water. Get it to go a bit further. Oh, definitely tell I'm not used to acrylic. I've forgotten how to use it. I think a stiffer brush might have actually been better for this medium, to be fair. So it's almost like it'd be good for watercolour. Do this base in the same grey. And just add a tiny bit more black for the sort of behind bit of the stand. Oh, I need to get this brush clean. So definitely easier with acrylic. Some more black and some more white. I wonder if I can cut this and get a little maybe. Tissue, I think. Keyboard, and quite a light, sort of thin background for this. Maybe not thin. Looking too smooth, is it? But I'm hoping what I'm doing on top will sort of disguise the shoddy undercoat. Probably want maybe a thinner bit of this. Need to mix some more paint. Maybe make this underneath bit a bit darker. Now I'm wondering if I should have done the background first. Oh, look. That's good, isn't it? Where's that come from? Wipe my hands before I ruin my picture or get it on my clothes or something. I'll mix this together. I need more white. I need to leave that to dry a bit actually. Let's paint the mouse. Too much water there. I was being a bit heavy-handed. I'm really not doing very well with this mouse. Paintbrush is just too wet. I can't seem to get a good. Losing a bit of the abstract vibe now, I think. Let's get some. Losing its mousiness, but what are you going to do? Hoping in the context of the picture it will be clear what's going on. Just add a bit more gold to that monitor. Apply light and break up some of those black lines. That's better. And then we'll start I'm going to suggest some maybe I've cut this a bit longer, but off track there, aren't we? Oh well. A bit of a wipe, and this one, I'm going to add some black. And a bit of white. Not what I wanted to do with that. I wanted that to be black. That's quite nice. So I'm going to try and set that a background, and I kind of want like a bluey green colour. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to mix that with these paints. Oh, that's rather a lot of blue. I've got, so it's a lot of blue, but it's a lot of background to fill as well, isn't it? So I've got a bit of blue, a bit of yellow. I'm going to add some gold in to try and make it a bit sparkly, and maybe just the tiniest little bit of red. And we'll see what that achieves. Try and find this brush. No, definitely needs more blue and a little bit more red. Hoping the red isn't going to make it brown. Oh, still not what I want. We'll just add some of this and get some different shades of green going on. Just get myself into a right mess. Use this to do the edges of the page because don't want to get paint all over my desk. More blue. Trying to stick to horizontal and vertical rather than diagonal lines, but I don't want all the brush strokes going the same way. I am going to add some more variation to the colour. this bit dark and this green, so I'll add more blue. And, not that much red. In fact, let's mix it with a bit of blue and make it a more of a purple. A bit awkward adding, trying to add texture in between these smaller areas. Not texture, not sure what the right word is. Some more blue. Bit of a mess, isn't it? Maybe this green wasn't the right colour. Did something brighter, maybe. Hopefully we can do something to make it pop a bit more. There you go, making a mess on my table, desk, words. Definitely need to chuck some gold about the place. Oh. Go back and do some of these. And get this and sort of scratch into it a little bit as well. I think maybe I want some get some of this one going off the page a bit. Where's that little one gone? I need to still doesn't feel quite right. Not overdo the red, but I think it provides, sort of ties in the, it's a bit of contrast. I'm just going to use this tiny one to add a bit of dimension to these keys. If I can. think that will do. Maybe I'll do something with this. I don't think I want to do that after all. That's something I could make a perfect. Oh, a little bit of bubble wrap here. I mean, I had turned it into a tension sheet a la Red Dwarf, but what if I I've got the paint a bit too wet, I need to dry my brush off. Oh, a bit of black in there, but I don't suppose that'll matter too much. Put my hand straight in there. Right. I think I'm just overdoing it now, so get that out of the way. That is my the screen needs something. There we go. Right. now it is done. That's my absolute mess that's meant to be a computer. So, I think I should have gone with a lighter background or something, but hindsight is wonderful. So, keep saying it's done and then add in more. Right, now it's done. So, yeah, I mean, I'd love to know what you think. Definitely not my forte, but I think it's kind of interesting. Yeah, the paint's quite nice. It's in such small tubes really, but making a right mess. I'll have to clean up in a minute. Yeah, I had fun, which I guess is the main thing. It was very enjoyable. Paint seems like decent quality stuff. Nice choice of colours. And get some mixing going on and get some sort of dark and light, a bit of contrast. So yeah, very pleased with those. Yeah, looking forward to seeing what's in the next box, which I think will be arriving in the not too distant future, so watch out for that unboxing video, and I will see you again very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Toodle pip.